Shalom, shalom, peace. This is Keep It Real Israel. And I want to ask you, is Muhammad's name in the Holy Bible? Some Muslims believe that Muhammad's name is in the Bible and was prophesied in the Bible in Song of Solomon, the 5th chapter. They believe that the word lovely is translated as Muhammad, and therefore Muhammad is in the Bible. Okay, so let's see.
In chapter 5 verse 16 in the Hebrew it said Hikku mumuttakin wi kullu Muhammadim zahbadi wa zahrahi bayna Jerusalem. Now the Bible that you're using, which you're actually using a King James version of the Bible, which it mentions the name Muhammad, which is translated as altogether lovely. Now let me go to your book, which is the biggest book of corruption.
Omar. I'm going to parallel what you're saying with Hebrew to see if what you're saying is actually there. Is that okay? I'm in the Hebrew, exactly where he said he's reading from. In Songs of Solomon 5 and 16. In the English, it says, his mouth is most sweet. Yea, he is altogether lovely. This my beloved, and this my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem.
The first problem is that how do we ignore verse 11, which says, his head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. Did Muhammad have bushy locks? I mean, really. The second problem is when we go to the Strong's Concordance and look at the word lovely, we see that its number is 4261, and it means Mahmud in the Hebrew, and not Muhammad, which is an Arabic word. So why would we expect to see an Arabic word in the Hebrew language?
Strong's H 4261. Mahmud. Mahmud.
The third problem with this heresy is if the word lovely really means the Arabic word Muhammad in Hebrew, then wherever we see the Strong's number 4261, we should be reading Muhammad as well, right? Like for an example, 1 Kings chapter 20 verse 6. Yet I will send my servants unto thee tomorrow about this time, and they shall search thine house and the houses of thy servants, and it shall be that whosoever is Muhammad in thine eyes, they shall put it in their head and take it away. 2 Chronicles chapter 36 verse 19. And they burnt the house of God, and brake down the wall of Jerusalem, and burnt all the palaces thereof with fire, and destroyed all the Muhammad's vessels thereof. Isaiah 64:11. Our holy and our beautiful house, where our fathers praised thee, is burnt up with fire, and all our Muhammad things are laid waste. This is a joke. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 11. The adversary has spread out his hand over all her Muhammad things, for she has seen the nations enter into her sanctuary, whom you did command that they should not enter into your congregation. So clearly, I mean, come on, man. Like, really? Muhammad don't fit in context. Now, when we look at the Strong's number, 4261, we see that the transliterated definition is actually desire or desirable. So now, when we go back and read desirable in context, we will read 1 Kings chapter 20 verse 6. And it shall be that whatsoever is desirable in thine eyes. 2 Chronicles chapter 36 verse 19. All the palaces thereof with fire, and destroy all the desirable vessels thereof. Isaiah 64:11. Is burnt up with fire, and all our desirable are laid to waste. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 11. The adversary has spread out his hand over all her desirable things, for she has seen the nations. So clearly, desirable is the actual word in context and not Muhammad. Muhammad does not fit. And the Hebrew word for the Strong's number 4261 is only Mahmud. The fact is, the word lovely is just a translated word for Mahmud. The actual transliterated definition is desire or desirable or desired things. So, now let us look at desirable. Wycliffe's Bible appeared over a period of time from approximately 1382 to 1395. Wycliffe chose to use desirable, which is the transliterated definition of Mahmud. So, many people is bent out of shape by the King James translation as though it is so deceptive. But here we have the Wycliffe's Bible, which predates the King James Version by nearly 300 years, and we see the word desirable as the English translated word for Mahmud. So, we know that Muhammad is not in the Bible. He's not prophesied in the Bible. And that's it. Shalom.